My name is Collin Cunningham, and this is my process speech. So, chances are, if you're from the state of Arkansas, you've probably been hunting, specifically duck hunting, or know somebody that's duck hunting. If you're like me, sometimes you have trouble killing ducks, right? It's a hard thing to hunt, and that's what draws so many people to hunt. Um, but in my speech, I'm going to tell you how the three easiest ways to get more ducks the next time you go duck hunting. So a lot of mistakes for my first point that people make is they don't have any motion in their water. So when you're duck hunting, you have your decoys set out, and that's what attracts the ducks. To get the ducks in, the water though has to be moving. Ducks can tell if the water isn't moving, and it just looks fake. A lot of people think, oh, ducks are just birds, but they're actually extremely smart, and that is one of the reasons that it draws so many people to the state of Arkansas to hunt them every year. The biggest problem that people have when duck hunting though is when they set so they're called duck decoys, and it's a fake duck, and it sits in the water, and it gets the ducks in. A bunch of people will just randomly throw their decoys out, and the ducks can tell because that's not how they would sit. It's almost like a scientific process when duck hunting. Studies have shown that the best way to get ducks in is in a U or a J shape, and this is because when ducks are flying in, they want to land in the middle of other ducks. So I drew a little, if you can tell. So these are your decoys right here, and you want them to come in to the middle, right? If you can see that, you want the ducks to come in here, and these are your ducks in a U shape, and this is U. This just makes it to where the ducks know that it's more than likely not fake, and it gets the ducks to fly into where you are. The last thing that people have a hard time with, and is the hardest part of duck hunting, is how many of these fake duck decoys you should have set out. When duck hunting, it really is hit or miss, and that's part of the reason that so many people are drawn to duck hunting. Usually, when looking at the scientific studies and things of duck hunting, earlier in the season, you'll have less ducks set out in your spread or your decoys, and as you get further into duck season, you'll have more ducks, just because of migration patterns and how the ducks come from Canada down through the Americas. Um, it's really hard to measure this though. It just depends. There's so many things that go into it, and this is the hardest part: is knowing how many decoys exactly you should set out. So in conclusion, when duck hunting, if you're having problems like most hunters do, you need to make sure you have lots of water motion. You need to have your duck decoys set up in the right shape, and you need to have the right amount of ducks out. And you can always throw more duck decoys out or remove some as the hunt goes on, so that you know what to do. Thank you.